What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing you another video. Today's video is on Shuriken Sentai Ninninger. So, as many people know, I haven't been able to review episode 1. And unfortunately for me, I probably won't be able to do regular reviews of every single episode because the subs come out 2 to 3 days after usually. It could be 1 day, sometimes it's 1 day. And even then, it's hard to really review it, and just in general, it's just not worth it. Kamen Rider Drive, I could technically review it, it's just, again, it's hard to do, and subbed. American shows are a lot easier. That's why Rangers is so easy to do for me, because it's something I can watch on TV. This is Sentai I really can't watch on TV. But that doesn't mean that I won't be able to do bulk reviews. And by bulk reviews, I mean doing, 3 or 4 or 5 episode reviews in one video or something like that. But for now, I would like to discuss things overall, just as a whole, as to what my thoughts on certain aspects of the show are, and what my opinions of things are. So one thing that I would say is that the music is excellent. That is one thing that plenty of people agree upon. The music is very, very good. It's super catchy. I mean, I have the changer, I have the mech, and I mean, the musical aspects of it, and then just the show itself, and the end theme, the opening, so good, so good. And plenty of people are like, this is the season to watch. Like, plenty of people are just loving the season. One thing that people are complaining about is they don't love the mech design. I'll tell you this much right now. I understand the aspect of the fact that people are not loving the fact that, it's a small mech piloting a bigger mech, and it feels like this looks awkward. I agree with that. That is a little bit awkward, but at the same time, I wouldn't say it's terrible. I understand why it looks kind of funny, but I'm tolerant of it. And one thing I would say also is that one thing I'm not a big fan of would probably be the cockpit that they're in when they're in the show. I don't love it's not that I don't like the look of it, it's just that if you look at how everyone but Aka Ninja is carrying his sword, all the others, like, they look so uncomfortable, and I'm just like, this is not very well done in regard to how they're having them. Like, Aka Ninja's actually looks fine, but the other ones are just kind of like, they're kind of like uncomfortably holding onto their swords, and I'm just like, they kind of should have positioned it a little bit differently, or kind of should have made it look a little different with how they stood or something like that. It's just a little bit of an annoying thing for me. That actual, the final attack, what I like about it is the fact that it's very similar to seasons like Shinkenger and Time Ranger, in regards to the fact that it's like the big swords and all that, and they do like a big blowout attack with all of them or whatever. I like that. I also like the fact that they did have an element, which is one thing that not all seasons do, where like they have like the first episode. It could be more than that, but at least for the first episode, you actually get to see the individual mechs like do stuff apart from one another. If they do that for every episode, that'd be cool. I wouldn't say that I would expect it, but I wouldn't mind it. Only certain seasons do that, and that's something that would really be great to see again, more so. Because I mean, the last season that did it was, I'm trying to think now, would probably be Kyoji. I mean, they didn't do it for Tokyuja, I don't believe they did. And I mean, it's always fun to see that, because it's just like, you get to see a little bit of like individual mech fights, and it's just like, then you see them combine, and it's just like, okay, that's cool, because it's not, because like, that they're not just incapable of doing things on their own. You know that if they wanted to, they could focus it around that, and like, they took a good chunk of time just to show how these mechs can interact without even combining, and that's really cool. The fact that they actually make an effort to show, these mechs can do stuff without having to combine in the show, and that'd be awesome. I like the fact that they do have the swords going into there, and then they're able to travel in them. That's all really cool. I'm really, really enjoying the general concept of that, and it just looks like it's going to be great. I mean, I'll tell you this much right now. I really like the look of the show. The music, again, so good. The villains are interesting. The plot seems great. The story's fun. I like Aka Ninja. He's the red for the team. He seems pretty good. He's definitely reminiscent of a lot of the, a little bit more wild characters. He's not, I could, like, some people I've seen said that he's like Daigo. I could see that. I definitely would not say that he's like, why am I forgetting what Tokyo Ichigo was? I forget what his name was. But regardless, like, I wouldn't necessarily say that he's as wild as him. I wouldn't necessarily say that he's as wild as, John, which is like probably one of the most extreme ones. I wouldn't say that he's like, Go on Red. But I would say that he's like Daigo, because Daigo is like he's a little bit more hyper, but he's not like over the top, and he's not serious like Marvelous or Toharu or Tokaru, from Shinkenger. I wouldn't say that he's like serious like them, but at the same time he's not a complete goof, and he's not like Hurricane Red. And just in general, I think that they're doing really well with that. I mean, it's the first episode. I like the basic villain minions. I like the shuriken aspects that they have going on there. I like the fact that like the grandfather is like this. He reminds me a little bit of a bunch of different characters. He reminds me a little bit of the conductor. He reminds me a little bit of a bunch of just like a little bit like older characters that you would think less of, but then you see them in action, you're just like, what the heck is going on here? Like when you saw him flip off that roof, I'll tell you this much, I'll bet plenty of you guys were just like, what? Yes, just totally okay. I'm happy. Sorry, I'm just like, that was awesome. I don't know, just seeing this older gentleman like just do a complete flip over. I mean, and do it stable. He didn't like fall and like trip or collapse or anything like that. No, he was like, he did it right, and it was just like, wow, okay. This definitely is a last shinobi, definitely. Yes. Just in general, I'm sorry, I keep on saying it, but it's good. The music is great. The story is good. Overall, the characters seem pretty good so far. I like the outfits. I like the personalities. I like how Red's a little bit more, crazy. I like how Blue's the serious dude. I like how Yellow's the goofball. I mean, a lot of these I could see in how they look and how they act, and it's very clear. And like, you can see that, for example, Pink's gonna probably end up being the one that's all about. Actually, not Pink. It's gonna probably be White. White's gonna probably be the one that's gonna be all about, oh, so cute, like doing all the cute stuff, and then Pink is gonna probably be the neutral girl who will probably be like tough or something like that. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming based over the first episode. For all we know, that in the next like 5 or even next episode, we could see half these characters change personalities. And I mean, the next episode supposedly, I believe, is supposed to come out. Should have already come out today, I would think, in Japan. But in America, no. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm looking forward to seeing this season as a whole. I expect to see that bulk review eventually. It should be in the next like couple of weeks or so. I just don't want to do, big. I don't want to do tiny reviews, because the thing is that I can't promise when I'll be able to put those out, because of the fact that it's so hard for me to time, because sometimes people will upload the subs a day after, while other people will upload the subs 3 days after, and certain subs, the quality is completely awful, where it's like frame per frame, and I'm just like, I can't watch this, I can't enjoy this. And then there are people that do it okay, and it's just like, I need to get the right stuff. If I don't get the right stuff, I can't really watch it. I mean, for me, I tried to watch the sub recently, and like one of the subbers that I watched, it was like very choppy, and then recently I found a better version, and it was perfect, and I watched it. I was like, okay, now I understand this, and this is awesome. That's the problem. So understand this now. It's not that I don't want to do reviews of these episodes. It's just I really can't. Really can't. As much as I would love to, I really can't do it to the same extent I can do Power Rangers. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please tell me your thoughts about the first episode, and just in general what your thoughts are of Shuriken Sentai Ninninger. And just tell me what you guys are thinking so far. I'll tell you again, I love it. I hope you guys are feeling similar feelings, or if you're not, I respect your opinion. I would love to hear why. I would love to hear just overall, just what you think of things. So again, this has been Crazy Samurai 71. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. And goodbye, guys.